Kenjige of the USA cricket team is one of the many players who has an India connection, playing in Karnataka at one point, to becoming a biological technician in the USA, to reverting to cricket, and then raring to play for the USA against India in the country. It's been a unique cricket journey. India today is on the ground in New York right now, and Nikhil Naz caught up with this specific cricketer and his India background.
Right, so the cricket has arrived on US shores, but the team that's making the maximum amount of headlines is not Team India, not Team Pakistan, but the home team, which is Team USA. And I'm talking to Nosthush Kenjige, who is also a left-arm spinner and an all-rounder. Of course, like a lot of players in the US team, he also has an Indian connection. But first up, do you realize that your team is being called the H1B1 team? That's trending. Have you heard about it?
I've seen it around in the social media, yes. Again, I can see that being a part of reason. Like, most of us have connections to India, and there are few who played cricket in India, born and brought up there, but now trading their skills here in the US. So yes, you can say that, but ultimately we're all playing for the US team, and we have the same goal. We have the same kind of vision that wants to take the USA cricket forward. So yes, happy with the results so far.
Okay, so you don't mind this tag at all?
You can't stop
Bittersweet.
people. Well, you got to take what people, it's their opinion, and it's
Right.
going to, you can't stop people from expressing their opinions. So you can just either laugh about it, or you can just take it personally.
Tell me about your childhood. Very interesting. You went to Lawrence School in Lovedale. That's very interesting, a very prestigious school. Then you went on to do engineering in Bangalore, I believe. Stayed in a PG accommodation. From there to playing for the US. Just tell us a bit about the journey. And did you ever think in your wildest dream that you'd be playing a World Cup?
If somebody had told me I'd be playing a World Cup and against Pakistan 10 years ago, I would have laughed. I think when I'd left India 8 years ago, my cricket journey had kind of come to a stop, because I was playing in Bangalore. I wanted to represent the state, which didn't happen. And at some point you decide to walk away because you feel you have more things to explore in life. So I was 25 back then, so I've given it all mine in all that I could in cricket. So I came here to the US to work as a biomedical engineer. And again, I think cricket took me back here. It was here in New York that I started playing again. It was a very, very interesting phase where I got picked in the USA 30-man squad, which was led by Ricardo Powell. He was the chief selector at that point.
We remember him, the West Indian dasher.
The one who beat up India all the time. Yeah. So I just felt that at that point, that was my second chance, because I felt like I'd given so much to cricket, and I just thought it was cricket just calling me back. So I just thought, let me go ahead with it, and then I sacrificed my jobs. I stopped working. I got fired from a couple of positions.
Because you were devoting more time to cricket than the work.
Yeah. So I used to live in New York and then train in New Jersey. So if you're aware of the traffic here, usually
I've experienced it the last couple of days.
Yeah, if you're here for 2 days, you'll know. So just the amount of time it would take for me to go to Jersey to practice every day, it took its toll with the work, so I had to quit a couple of jobs. But
at any point did you think, no, it's not worth it, let me go back to those jobs, that's my living? Well, especially when you get fired from a couple of jobs.
Yeah, it was high-paying jobs, but at the same time I kind of felt that was the money that was being paid to me just to sacrifice my dream. I think it was my parents' dream as well for me to play cricket, and they supported me right through when I started playing at age of 5. It was always cricket first and then studies as a backup, just in case cricket didn't work out. So I just felt if I can't do it back then it would be never. So I just thought, let me just give it a go for 5 to 6 years and then see where it went, because I could always go back to working, but this is what I wanted to do.
Tell me a bit about your eligibility for playing for the US, okay? Because your case is slightly different to a lot of other expats that are part of the team, because a lot of them were, like, let's say, born in India or born in Pakistan and then had to migrate here and then play. You were born here, so you were an American citizen. So was it easier for you then to qualify?
Right, so since I was born here, I could come into the country anytime, but in 2015 there was a different rule which made my life a little harder, because it said that I had to live in the country for 3 years to represent the nation. Or I had to coach for 800 hours in order to become eligible. So if you're working a full-time job, then 800 hours, that's a big task. So that's when I decided I'll quit the job, do the 800 hours of coaching. But again, doing the 800 of coaching didn't just guarantee me a spot on the team. I still had to practice my skills and go ahead with whatever was needed. So it was both those of coaching and putting in the work for the upgradation of skills and just working on my game. But yeah, after I made the 800 hours, then I was eligible to go for trials.
Okay, I thought your story wasn't going to get more fascinating. It just has. 800 hours of community work he had to do just to qualify to be able to play for the US. That also didn't guarantee you a spot in the team, but you worked hard, followed your passion. Okay, let's talk about the India game, because that's the game up next for you guys. These are superstars of international cricket. Does it give you goosebumps going up against a Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, or does that fire you up that no, you want to perform against the best?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling. Not everybody gets. So when I was younger, I always wanted to play for the Indian team.
Right.
But as life happens, you can't choose whatever. It doesn't work out the way you usually want it to again, and now I'm going to be playing against the Indian team, so there's nothing better than that. So just looking forward to the opportunity. All these moments don't come often, so I just want to enjoy myself. Just that even when playing the game, I just want to pinch myself at several moments and just make sure it's happening, and just to savor those moments. And more than the result, I think if we play well as a group, there's no reason why we can't do well against a very good Indian side. We are quietly confident and have the belief, so let's see how it goes.
Okay, just finally, plenty of left-arm spinners that the Indian team has. There's a Ravindra Jadeja, there's an Akshar Patel. There are some internationally that are playing in Santner that I can think of. Who's always been your idol? Maybe not now, maybe a Rangana Herath, I don't know. Who is your favorite?
I'd always liked Pragyan Ojha.
Right.
The way he bowled in the IPL in 2009,
yes,
when he won the championship. I admired him a lot back then. After that, it's been Santner, a little bit of Jadeja as well.